Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert with the Ted Show. We're back. I have a brand new face, new guest here. Very excited to speak with Jammie Treadwell. Welcome, Jammie.
Hi, Ted. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm excited to learn about Treadwell Farms. I'm excited to be educated on hemp. I'm excited for all of the amazing things that you all seem to have going on in your world specifically. You've had a lot of cool news and a lot of stuff going on. So, welcome to the show. And then tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. I'm Jammie Treadwell. I live over in Lake County. I'm a lifelong Floridian. And about a year ago, my parents and I decided to start Treadwell Farms. Just a little background about me and my family. We've been farming in Florida for over 100 years. So agriculture is not new to us. And we've been involved in hemp and cannabis space since 2014. What we really always wanted to do was to create something that could engage other farmers in the Central Florida area, also that could be very accessible, and hemp really gives us that opportunity. When I'm not at the farm, which is where I seem to be all the time now that we started about a year ago, I have a dog named Lola that weighs just shy of 4 pounds, and she's the boss of me. Um, so
4 pounds?
3 point, very close to 4. I keep thinking the next time I go to the vet, she'll crack it. But she doesn't know that. She thinks she's 500 pounds, like little dogs do. My family also drag races, so that's something that we do together. I own this business with my parents, but I'm also very close with my two sisters, and they help out a lot as well. So tight-knit family, very agriculturally focused. Just very excited to have the opportunity to start Treadwell Farms when the governor passed the law or signed the law last year that allowed us to create.
Why hemp, Jammie? Like, what was the impetus for you guys? Because obviously you have agriculture in your background, like you said, but if that's a newer product to work with and develop and farm, why did you choose hemp to have that as a focus?
It's a bit of a long story. So back, as I said, in 2014, we started doing some research on Florida's medical cannabis law, which at that time was for low THC, high CBD products. That was where it all started. And as we did, we traveled all over the West Coast. We traveled to Israel even to understand more about cannabis, about hemp, how products were made, and what the potential was. And I personally became convinced, and my family became convinced, that if we could take our skills and experience in agriculture and help to bring a new crop into Florida that had the potential to benefit so many, why wouldn't we try? I mean, that's what most of us are looking for in this life, to have a purpose, to feel like we're contributing. And we really felt strongly that we could contribute by taking the knowledge and experience we had in this place to apply it to a new crop. And I could give you the roller coaster ride, ups and downs.
I can't even imagine
journey
what you all had to go through.
But we ended up here today, and the one thing I can say is all of those experiences before moving to Oregon, helping to start a company, working with medical cannabis here in Florida, got us to where we are today, which is having an understanding of how to grow this crop particularly and how to grow it in Florida, having experience with outdoor farms and with greenhouse farms, having experience with developing these products and seeing firsthand how they could benefit. Most of your viewers probably hear a lot about CBD or cannabidiol because it seems like it's everywhere. I mean, they sell it in the Jiffy store.
The Jiffy store. You are a Floridian.
Yes. But I don't have Jiffy store feet. So there.
You don't have Jiffy feet. That's funny. That's awesome. All right, listen, I have to ask you, I think people get confused, and I think that's where you were headed. Mm-hmm. Is there a difference? I think people get the difference between CBD and THC now, but I think when you throw the word hemp in there, people have no idea, because you can make so many things out of hemp. So how does that deviate? Is it part of the same plant? Can you give us just a little background on hemp?
This is a bit of a nerdy answer, but you'll see I'm a bit of a nerd about this, but hopefully that's a good thing. So when you think about hemp and you think about marijuana, those are legal definitions. They both come from a cannabis sativa plant. That's the genus and species of the plant. It's just that a hemp plant can be grown for its fiber, which is its historical use. Like my earrings are made. Let me go this way. It's a little easier to see. These earrings are made from hemp fiber. But one of the things that's happened, particularly since the 1990s, when people realized that cannabidiol, CBD, and other cannabinoids have value, is we started to see these hemp fiber plants being bred with high resin medical cannabis plants in order to create plants that had low THC. It has to have by law less than 0.3 THC. So it's really not about intoxication, which is what, thank you, Lori, what a lot of people attribute to the plant. But it's really about developing those cannabinoids. And what we're really doing from this hemp plant is we are creating an essential oil. Now, a marijuana plant or a cannabis plant, depending on where you are legally, that would be any plant that is more than 0.3 THC or is grown in a medical cannabis facility. So just think of a hemp plant as having the potential to create essential oil just like any other cannabis plant. It's just that it will have less than 0.3 THC or it has to be destroyed. But the other exciting thing about hemp is we get the benefit of that historic use of fiber. Like I said, my earrings are made from hemp. There are so many cool projects that are going on to get rid of single-use plastics. I have a friend in Pennsylvania that's working on developing tiles that go into recording studios. The opportunities are endless, and what I love about it is we can use literally all of the plant. So we can use the stalks and stems. We have a farmer that we're talking with at one of his other businesses is a rope company, and I would love it if we could make hemp rope. So where we see the industry going is right now everyone is interested in cannabinoids and CBD for oil, but over time I see it shifting, and as industries develop to make cloth, like my mask that I wear is made from hemp cloth, to make cloth, to make fiber, to make rope, to make building materials. The fourth, I think, hempcrete house in the country is here in Florida, and it was rated as hurricane proof. All of these are more sustainable than many existing materials we have. So, at Treadwell Farms right now, we're committed to the highest quality CBD products that we can make. But we really want to be a part of developing these broader industries because all of it creates opportunities for farmers, and it's just better for Floridians. It's better for our world.
Well, I think it's fascinating, the history, the little bit that I know, is that hemp was a very popular, not fiber, I guess. It was a very popular fiber back in the day before everything got vilified. You had hemp. I've seen pictures of people in a hemp suit, in clothes, in just the things that hemp can make, and the strength and the sturdiness and the resilience of hemp. And then that whole vilification thing came in overall, and it's just so wonderful to see hemp making a comeback, and that you all are focusing on that because the use that you talk about is endless.
It is, and the history of it is really fascinating. I'm really glad that you know about that. But one of the reasons that, again, because it's a cannabis sativa plant, one of the reasons that cannabis sativa plants can be found all over the world is that as the world's navies traveled, one of their goals was to plant hemp plants at each of their ports, so that their ships needed sails repaired or needed additional rope, they would have the raw materials in order to create it. At the start of our country, it was mandated that farmers include hemp. It was a requirement because for us as a fledgling country, we needed to be able to support our Navy. That was how paper was made. there are so many uses. The other thing that I didn't really understand until I started doing my research is that more than 40% of what would have been in like an apothecary or the equivalent of a pharmacy, prior to prohibition, would have included hemp as an ingredient. It is such a commonly used herbal remedy that we aren't familiar with because it was taken off the table. Because the plant, again, it's a legal definition, hemp versus marijuana, it's all the same plant. So in order to get rid of marijuana, you had to get rid of all of these other plant uses. And I think a lot of people maybe don't realize this, but agriculture is Florida's second largest industry behind tourism. It's really important to our state. We are known as a specialty crop state. We are uniquely positioned to be successful with this crop, and it's been grown here before. It's going to be grown here again, and I just really am excited and hope your listeners and viewers are thinking about their own entrepreneurial ideas that they can come up with to use hemp as things grow and develop, because there's so much potential.
There's the potential, the sustainability aspect of it, which is such a big buzzword right now, and it should continue to be. I hope it just becomes the norm rather than the exception. Sustainability is such a big deal, and the hemp crop that you're talking about, it's very hard to find a product like that has so many uses that can also be thrown into the sustainability market, and it's just amazing. So I love the fact that your story didn't start out, you haven't been in this business your whole time, that you took a new crop on. I think that's just amazing. What do you want people to know about Treadwell as far as, can they buy product from you? If they have an idea, can they throw it your way? Because I imagine there's going to be people going, wow, what about this? Or what about that? So how can people get involved with what you're doing, Jammie?
Sure. Well, there's a few things. One is we've put a lot of time and energy into our website, which is treadwellfarms.com. One of the things that we've invested a lot of time in is a set of blog posts, and those blog posts include things like, how can you evaluate a CBD product? How do you read a third-party certificate of analysis? What's your endocannabinoid system? We have recipes that include endocannabinoid boosting ingredients beyond just our CBD. So we've really put a lot of time and energy and had support from our wonderful medical advisor, Dr. Janester Wilson-King, to help us lay out a lot of information. So whether you choose to buy a product from us, we hope people use it as a resource. It's important to us at Treadwell Farms to be supporting our community. And if we can do that through education, then we want to do that. The other is it okay if I show one of our products?
Please.
Okay. So this is one of our products. So it is a tincture product. This one is our citrus spice. So it includes 3 ingredients, organically grown hemp extract, MCT from coconut oil, and organic sunflower lecithin, plus 4 additional ingredients that you may be familiar with: turmeric, ginger, orange, and cinnamon, that aid with digestion and provide additional anti-inflammatory support. This and our essential blend is available on our website and can be ordered. You can also call us if you have questions about CBD products, about hemp. Where I really see the industry growing for right now, especially in our first season, we're going to be focused on developing these resinous buds so that we can create this extract, which is an essential oil basically, so that we can create these products. We want people to know that they're safe and they can trust us. Each of them has a QR code on it, which you can scan with your phone. And you can find a third-party certificate of analysis that tells you this is pesticide-free. It doesn't include mycotoxins, microbials, heavy metals, lead. That's a big part of Florida's law, which offers consumer protections and labeling, and also the accessibility and ease of access of those results. We want people to buy products from Florida. We'd love them to buy from Treadwell Farms, but just know that products that come from here, in addition to supporting sustainability with less travel time and all of those things, same things you get when you buy local produce and other local products. There are protections just by the fact that this is governed by the Florida Department of Agriculture. So I want people to feel like it's safe. I also want them to know that when they buy products from companies like us, they're really supporting a network of farmers. We have 10 farmers so far that we're working with that are up and running. They've been planting over the last week and this week. Many of them are multi-generation family farms just like ours. So we really feel like this can impact the community in so many ways. And we want to encourage people because, we've had a lot of bad news lately, but I think hemp is something exciting that people can look forward to seeing this industry develop and burgeon. And we may be talking about CBD today, but we could be talking about other cannabinoids tomorrow, or the next hempcrete house, or the new product that we've developed that has a more sustainable approach. So, I'm just excited about where this journey is going to go.
It's amazing, I think, what you're doing, and I'm very excited. TreadwellFarms.com. The website's scrolling across the bottom. Jammie's obviously very open, you can tell. So if you've got a question, you want to reach out to her separately. I have tagged her and I've tagged their Facebook page, and we'll continue to tag all of that on our social media. That was absolutely amazing. I'm very excited to learn more. I'd love to have you come back on. I love to do panels when we are talking about cannabinoids, if I'm even saying that right, and hemp, THC. It's because of all of you, and I've had so many good, amazing people like you on the show, and I love the fact that we're supporting local and supporting a network of farmers too. I think that's amazing. So Jammie Treadwell, thank you so much for being on the show. TreadwellFarms.com. Reach out to her if you have any questions, or if you watch the show later and make some comments, I'll make sure that Jammie gets them. Thank you for being on the show today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Ted. And I wanted to say I binge watched this weekend, and thank you for putting hopeful content out there. It's so encouraging. And say thank you for the time and energy you put into it.
Very sweet of you. Thank you. I love stories like yours and the hopeful ones, and the things where people are doing amazing things in the community like you are. And so it's my honor and privilege to be able to get the word out about people like Jammie Treadwell. All right, and a big shout out to Michelle for introducing us. So we love you, Michelle. We'll talk to you guys soon. See you later. Thank you again, Jammie. I appreciate it. Bye, everybody.